Maybe the layout of the menhirs is important. I'll note it down on my map. I'll lay a piece of paper on the map and use it to note down all the important information. I'll mark the position of this menhir with a cross. Yes, of course. They built the castle around a menhir. They probably carved the foundation stone directly out of the menhir when it had to be hidden. I'll mark it on my map. That's the fourth one. A ladder. To say it's dilapidated would be a serious understatement. I have plotted 5 menhirs. I'm still missing one. Don't reckon this hole's got much more to offer. Wow, this cleaner is really powerful. It's even removing the marble. That was painted to look like marble. The statue's actually made of, I bet it's some sort of local stone. Granite, maybe. The statue's actually made out of ordinary stone. The marble is only a veneer. The statue's actually made... I should have thought of that earlier. The statue is made out of the same stone as the other menhirs. And someone, at some point, carved a statue out of it. I've marked off all 6 menhirs. We'll see what I can find out with this. Those many standing stone things around the castle aren't exactly the same formation as this constellation. But what have those portals got to do with it? And where's the entrance? A link to the church passes through a site of a menhir. Maybe there's a portal there. I could ask the priest about it. Strange. So a line from the foundation stone through a menhir ends up at the hotel. There's absolutely no way I can imagine a portal being there. Maybe in the vicinity of the hotel. If you draw a line from the foundation stone through the site of the standing stone, you end up right by the academy. Even if I know that there's a portal buried under all this rubble, I'd never get to it. No one would. I'll make a note that I've checked out the academy. Ralph, are you there? It's Darren.
Yes?
Phil, the guy who locked you up, is dead. Ralph, did you hear? You don't need to worry anymore. No one's gonna hurt you.
And the other one? What about him?
Which other one?
His mate? Is he dead too?
No. Who's that? Do you know his name?
Mate. Phil called him mate when he was there.
And when he wasn't there?
Tad face.
I'll leave Ralph in peace for a bit. The pane of glass is loose. I'll take it with me. Hello, Father.
Adrian, welcome to my church.
Miss Antolini, Victoria's nurse, what do you know about her?
She was sent by the diocese. They have very well-trained nursing staff, competent and trustworthy.
You didn't know her personally?
I know the manageress of the diocese, Mrs. Puft. She's the wife of the brother of the mayoress, Mrs. Puft, her sister-in-law.
Yeah, but you've never met Miss Antolini.
I saw her a couple of times when I visited Lady Victoria. Made a nice impression.
I'm the last Gordon. Sounds like the last Mohican. What does that actually mean to me?
My son, you don't have to remain the last one. It's up to you whether it's the end of your lineage or a new start.
So, if I should decide to become a Catholic priest, then it would pretty much be the end.
You can still think about it. Your inheritance isn't just of a spiritual kind, it's also material. There's also the Black Mirror estate to manage. Presumably also the one in Wales. A huge responsibility, but also a huge gift.
And what about your church? It was built by Marcus Gordon, so it must belong to me now too?
The gift isn't that huge. Marcus Gordon built it, but he was also a loyal son of the church and always gave everything back that he got from it. Warm Hill Church belongs to itself, and, of course, the people here.
Father Frederick, I found a letter here, a very old letter. Please have a good look at it.
But it's from the Vatican. From Pope Innocent III himself. Do you know how valuable this is?
You mean if I auctioned it, I'd get a few bucks for it?
Yes, a few suitcases full. But I didn't mean the material worth. Pope Innocent is regarded as the most important pope of the Middle Ages. He called out the Fourth and Fifth Crusades and formulated the foundations of the pontificate, which is still used today. If this is an original letter from Pope Innocent, then it's a very extraordinary document, a dictum of trust from the Church to your family ancestors. You can be really proud of your family.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard that.
Until now, I always thought it was a rumor. But you've got it here in black and white. Your family has been personally chosen by the Pope to fulfill an important duty.
Sounds more like they were damned by it to me. It's quite obvious that this duty outgrew them pretty quickly.
We're all tested by God, and it's a challenge for every one of us. But only steadfast faith can lead us through the darkness to the light in the end.
Please have a closer look at the letter. It mentions a shade portal.
Yes, that's true. One big one and 5 small ones. But I've never heard about them before.
These 5 small ones probably mark the entrances that lead to the big one. The big one must be the shade portal that's described. Either way, I definitely think that one of the portals could be here under the church.
Under the church? But that's not... But no. That really could be possible. Samuel visited Marcus's grave back then, and what can I say? It collapsed. It's been inaccessible since then. I was very saddened by the incident, but if you think about it, that kind of thing can only collapse.
If there's a cavity underneath, bingo!
But doesn't it say in the letter that the entrances have been sealed, so that no one could ever reach the big portal? And that the Gordons must make sure that it stays that way?
Exactly. And I'm the last Gordon. After me, there's no one else to take care of it. That's why I've got to get rid of this whole thing for good. Thanks for the help.
May the Lord be with you.
According to my map, one of the portals could be down there. A lovely place to get some deadly inspiration. You're not allowed to swim in there. This is something like a missing poster. 2 boys disappeared here after taking a swim. It's suspected that they drowned, but their bodies were never found. Not exactly the bridge of trust. Oh great, I bet the portal's in the middle of the river. There are 4 menhirs in the river. That could be a pointer to the portal. I can't get any closer. What's Bobby doing there? Hey, Bobby! What are you doing there?
Hello, Darren! It's Denise's birthday today, but I haven't got a present.
And you want to catch her a fish?
No. I want to collect some mussels with pearls in them. I want to make a pretty pearl necklace for Denise. Yeah.
I see. Look, Bobby. Wouldn't that make a lovely present for Denise?
It's beautiful.
You can have it.
Thanks, Darren.
Those are the waders that Bobby had on. With a huge hole in them. Huh. Bobby must have ripped them when he rushed to take them off. The repair kit is perfect, as if it was made to do this. Finished. Now I just need a clown's nose and some big shoes. They look exactly like the menhirs at the castle. I guess they mark something. Let's see. Damn. It gets deeper here. There's something down there. Something dark. But I can't make it out exactly. Some diving goggles would be good. Or something so I can see underwater without having to dive. I can't make anything out very well. Could be anything. Black stones, garbage, or a portal. Fits perfectly. Now the bucket has a glass bottom. Interesting. And exactly what I thought. There are some steps leading into the bottom. Unfortunately, the river has flushed tons of gravel down the steps and blocked everything up. Almost the same problem as at the academy. I've checked out 3 places and have found no entrance. It's just a piece of flotsam with a raven sitting on it. Nothing unusual. I hope the river isn't deeper than the waders. I'm not gonna find anything else here, so I can leave the waders here too. I'll leave the bucket here too, in case Bobby wants to look for presents again. A line from the menhir to the gateway ends in the middle of the woods. It's gonna be fun trying to find the right place. But I think the way to the crossroads in the woods does lead in the right direction. So, the line from the foundation stone through the greenhouse ends near a swamp. I ought to check the place out. I've ruled out the ruins, the church, and the river. I hope we'll find something in the woods. If the map is correct, then you have to follow the trail here to the north to get to the place where one of the portals can be found. Quite swampy here. This must be the right place, though. No portal in sight. Oh, it must have sunk into the swamp a long time ago, so there's no chance of getting to it. There are lots of bones lying around here. Small animals. Birds, squirrels. Ugh, no idea. There are lots of bones lying. Huh. That looks like an old metal detector. It's probably broken, but that kind of thing can be repaired. The ground there is quite swampy. I should be careful where I tread. The ground there is quite swampy. The bridge goes halfway out into the swamp, then it sinks into the ground. If I trust my abilities as a cartographer, which I do, then there must be a portal along this path. A bear trap. It's called Mammoth. What the hell are they hunting here? Danger of death. Access to woods forbidden. Warning, hunting season. Traps and shotguns in use. Am I in the wrong film? Willow Wars? What's going on here? No landmines? Huh, and that's all right then. I'm not quite sure what I can use it for, but I'm sure I'll find something. This trap is no longer dangerous, but I'm sure it's not the only one here. And I'm sure they won't all be so visible. That's too dangerous. I couldn't be certain to find all the traps in the undergrowth with the branch. Great idea. I can find the traps with the metal detector before I stand on them. Then I've just got to get this thing working. It's probably been lying in the swamp for a few months. The battery and the electronics are shot. The coil must still work. It's made of copper. I could repair it. I just need a new battery and something that you can use to receive electrical signals. I know the motor well enough. 100% garbage. Only the battery might be useful. Locked. A transistor radio, a device that can receive signals. I think this might prove useful. I'll go back down afterwards to wipe my fingerprints off. Okay, I'll release the hood. Hey, here's another one of those glow stickers. I'll take it. I'll take the battery. It's not even bolted in. Bill's dead. The tank's empty. That seals the car's fate, then. I'll replace the broken battery with the one from the car. Fortunately, both have the same voltage. A transistor radio with a whole load of buttons and switches, but the battery looks like it's run out. If I replace the broken electronics with those from the radio and the antenna, here's the wire. Done it. If I've got the electronics right, then it should work. I'll test it first. It works. Excellent. Let's hope the battery lasts until I'm back out of the woods. Good. Then off we go. I'll mark the traps with the luminous stickers so it's easier for me later. Has to be here. That's where one of the portals has to be.